We are back for game two. Thank you so much for joining us. Already underway. First pitch just thrown out. And it was a hit batter, so we have one batter on right away. Marco VC hit by pitch. He heads down to first. Now Brendan Corloy back at shortstop for game two. First pitch, 249. Runner takes off for second. He's going to get in standing. 0-2 count. No outs and a runner on second. Read the lineups to you as we get underway here. It's Walker Cunningham on the mound. Pitched last weekend in game one of the doubleheader. 0-2 pitch outside. Called for ball one. Sharp tries to get the frame. Sharp, after designated hitting in game one, heads back behind the dish for game two, leads the team in games caught, and he extends that here today. 1-2 from Cunningham. Popped up foul and out of play. Well, really quick turnaround, quicker than we expected, as I'm sure you could probably tell. But Meadville gets their first win of the season in game one. 1-2 pitch from Cunningham. Looks back to second. Jumping ball over to the shortstop, Lavrich. He fields, throws on to first, and the throw is going to be late. It's a nice snag by Strideff at first, but a single. And it's runners on first and third with nobody out. So now, Connor Medical, catcher, was the extra hitter in game one. And the reason we came on the air just late is because we only got the lineup for the Bulldogs 5 minutes before first pitch. So we didn't really know who was going to be where. We had to enter all that before we got on the air. First pitch fouled off to the catcher. And if you have been with us the whole way, or if you're just tuning in, we thank you so much for joining us here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Meadville looking to get their second win of this young season. 0-1 pitch from Cunningham. Runner takes off, and that one's up high. Almost got him in the face. It's 1-0. The runner scores on the wild pitch, and Corloy advances to second. So 1-1 count and 1-0 Bulldogs out to an early lead. So getting punched in the mouth. 10-3 the final in that first game. 1-1 count, no outs here in the top of the first. Curveball up high. Called for ball two. 2-1 the count. Outfielders go Luko Suvak Feldman from left to right, and then the infield Butler, Lavrich, Grabble, Strideff, Cunningham, and Sharp are the battery. 2-1 pitch, drilled out to center field. Running in on it is Suvik. It's going to drop in front of him, and he'll throw in. So the runner does not advance from second, but another single, and it's 3 straight base runners to start this one. Still no outs, and the cleanup hitter, extra hitter Chris Mullins, gets his first chance of the ball game. Medical's going to get a pinch runner out there for him. That's Onowitz, who pitched in game one. First pitch from Cunningham is delivered inside for a ball. Pitch number 2 down low for a ball. So 2-0 early on. Runners on first and second. Just getting underway here at Garby Yard in game 2 of a doubleheader. Walker Cunningham on the mound for the Mustangs. Pitch up the middle. Gloved by Cunningham. He throws on the second to Lavrich. Lavrich to first. Double play. So they give up a run, but get 2 outs back. Mullins goes 1-6-3. So a runner on third, 2 away, and Andrew Catch, starting pitcher for game 1, comes to the plate. First pitch to him called for a ball. 1-0 Bulldogs early. 2 outs in the top of the first. Pitch from Cunningham. Change up out wide. Just left a little bit up. Might have been that two-seam fastball. 2-0 in game 2. 2 away in the top of the first. Bulldogs out to an early lead. Cunningham winds, delivers, throws the pitch. Popped up on the infield. Lavrich hustling back out into the outfield. It's the left fielder coming in, and Luco makes the catch. So 1 run allowed, but Cunningham bounces back quick and gets out of the inning through a half inning. 1-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. Bottom of the first on the Mustangs Baseball Network. It's Kenny Lavrich to lead it off for the Mustangs. Down 1-0 after just a half inning. First pitch to him, hits him. So we start both of the first innings with first pitch hit by pitches. Not sure you see that too often, but a leadoff base runner on the fastball. So now, Jordan Suvik first pitch. Curveball in on the zone and called for a strike. Runner on, tying run. Suvik is pitch inside. Runner takes off. Head first slide. He's safe. The ball goes into center field. and could have easily moved up to third, but it looks like Lavrich didn't know that it had gone into center. So a stolen base. One the count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2 count now. Bottom of the first, just underway in game 2 of this doubleheader at Allegheny College. Garby Yard at Robertson Athletic Complex. 1-2 pitch outside. 4 ball. Counts even at 2-2. No outs. Runner on second to start this bottom of the first inning. Time called. 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Curveball, got low, and fouled off into the East Butler Bulldog dugout. Pitch up high and smacked into left field, rounding third, and halting is Lavrich, and slipping on the turf and diving back to first is Suvik. So a whole ton of chaos there. It's a single, runners at the corners, and nobody out for the Mustangs. So even though we mentioned in game 1, if you were with us, that this team sometimes gets hit early and doesn't know how to recover, they certainly recovered here so far. Runner takes off on the first pitch. That one driven out to left field by Noah Ross. Getting under it is the center fielder and the left fielder. They come together. The throw in on the sac fly is cut off by the pitcher, and a runner scores. So it's a sacrifice fly from Ross, and it's a 1-1 game here in the bottom of the first. Runner at first still. Tie game. 1 out. And now it's Cole Gravel. First pitch to him is driven out to left field. That one high. Calling everyone off is Dewey. He gets under it and makes the catch. So 2 quick outs. We're all tied at 1. Brian Feldman now, the designated hitter. Up to the plate with 2 outs. Peyton Folk on the mound, the right-hander for the Bulldogs. First pitch from him is called for a strike to Feldman. Stridoff on deck, playing first base after he caught in game 1. Sharp moving behind the dish for the Mustangs. Here's the pitch. Runner takes off. Throw down, and he is safe. Beats the throw in there, and it's the second stolen base of the inning. This time it's Suvik who gets in there. 1-1 count. In a 1-1 game in the bottom of the first. Folk gets his pitch. Looks home, now comes home. Ball down low. 2-1. And if you're just joining us, we thank you so much. Meadville victorious 10-3 in game 1 of this doubleheader. Now looking for a potential sweep against the East Butler Bulldogs, who they lost to on opening day 10-9. That one popped up on the infield. Moving on to it is Gurley, the second baseman. It's the center fielder who looks like he's going to call everyone off, but then the left fielder, Dewey, comes out of nowhere and makes the catch. So it's a fly out to the left fielder in shallow center field. We're through 1 full. The score, Meadville 1 and the Bulldogs 1. Second inning in Meadville, 1-1 the score after one. And it's the heroic Sean Dewey from the first inning, made those final 2 outs. But that last one running all the way over from left field to make the catch. The first pitch from Cunningham is popped up into right field, backtracking Feldman. He gets under it and makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out, and Dewey set down. Now the third baseman, Evan Kirscher. Kirscher came in as a pinch hitter in game 1 of the doubleheader. Starts in this one in place of Mellogran. He pops out. So 2 pitches, 2 outs. Knocks one up. It gets up there quick and gets out quick to the second baseman, Grable. 2 pitches, 2 outs. A.J. Kuzier now, first baseman. Played on opening day. Did not see him in game 1. Mustangs sticking with all the same players, a few different positions. First pitch to him is called for strike. Cunningham enters the leg kick. Delivers down in the dirt, called for a ball. The pitch. Inside. Almost gets a piece of him. Does not. 2-1 count to the first baseman. That one fouled back right against us. Headhunting. And both players from both teams run over to get it. We got so many courteous guys on these teams. The pitch. Drilled up the middle. Moving to it is Grable. He gloves, throws on to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Mustangs. They get out of it through 1.5. The score all knotted up at 1. Bottom 2 here in Meadville. First baseman Zach Strideff stepping in. First pitch to him is grounded over to third base. Moving on to it is Kirscher. He throws on to first, and the out is recorded. So, quick outs. The name of the game so far in game 2. 1 pitch, 1 out. And the 7-hitter, Brandon Butler, sticking to his role at third base and his batting position. First pitch to him from Folk is inside. Curveball called for ball 1. 1-0 count. Folk delivers curveball called for a strike. This time he just catches that inside corner. So the count's 1-1. Folk winds, delivers outside, bounces in the left-handed batter's box. 2-1 count. Right-handed hitter Butler does not offer. Oh, he does. Check swing and appeal down to first. They say he went. Butler struck out looking, was hit by a pitch, and flew out to right field twice in game 1. 2-2 pitch. Ripped into right field. Underneath it and making the catch is Catch. 2 away. And that one, we got the lineup so shortly before first pitch, we weren't really thinking about going through it and, saying who we had on the field today. But Catch, making catches in right field is definitely going to be a tongue twister throughout the afternoon. 0-0 pitch to Sharp, now catching after he DH'd in game 1. Called strike on the breaking pitch, dropped in there. Meadville Mustangs and the East Butler Bulldogs, game 2 of 2. 0-1 pitch to Sharp, fouled back against the netting weakly. Drops down in front of the backstop. So happy you're with us on this Saturday, and Meadville's supposed to head to Altoona tomorrow, so long road trip, and probably a lot of them have been traveling after tonight's game, but those games have been pushed back to a later date, TBD at the moment, so we will announce that news to you through our Twitter and through our broadcasts as soon as we know, but for now, just these 2 games, and makes it easier. Only have 2 games of business to handle over the weekend. 2-1 after the pitch is delivered in the dirt. And certainly elevates your focus when you know you just have 2 games for the weekend. If you think about how you have to go on the road, as that one's ripped into left field, that one's a fair ball. Sharp rounding first, sliding to it in left is Dewey. He throws in, but it's a stand-up double and a great hit from the catcher, John Sharp. That's a professional looking at bat for him. Gets the count to 2-1, picks his spot, sticks to it, and rips one into left field. The Mustangs have a runner on second with 2 outs in the inning. So now the 9-hitter, Josh Siegel, serving as the extra hitter for the 2nd straight game, gets bumped up 1 place in the order for this one. The first pitch from Folk. Breaking ball in there for a ball, just a little bit low. Siegel was pulled in favor of Noah Ross, who's in the starting lineup for this one, fouled off. Count goes 1-1. 1-1 count to Siegel, ball outside. Fastball from the right-hander. Shorter right-hander than we saw in game 1. We saw Catch start, and then another short right-hander, Jake Onowitz, come in and relieve him. This one drilled out to center, slicing away from the hitter, getting under it, and jumping and making the catch is the center fielder, but that's the 3rd out. So we are through 1.5 or 2 full in Meadville. The score all knotted up at 1 on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Top three, Nico Mellogran leading it off, serving as the designated hitter in this game after he was manned at third in game one. First pitch from Walker Cunningham is swung on and missed. Fastball up high, gets him to 0-1. Mellogran singled, grounded into a fielder's choice, or singled twice, and grounded out to third. Cunningham delivers a ball to make it 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, lined into right field. Moving on to it is Feldman. He makes the catch with that left-handed glove, and there's one away. Now it's JT Gurley, second baseman for game two. Gurley played opening day, also filled in late in game one. First pitch from Cunningham is fouled off. Brings it to an 0-1 count, one away in the top of the third. Pitch from Cunningham, inside, almost got a piece of him, does not. It's into the back of the catcher's glove of Sharp, counts 1-1. Here comes that 1-1, yanks that fastball outside, pulls it, brings the count to 2-1. No runners on, just getting underway in the third inning. Cunningham gets his pitch. Delivers. Curveball. Outside and high. 3-1 count. Inside. Walks him. So a one-out walk puts a runner on for the Bulldogs. And it's the top of the order. Marco Visi was hit by a pitch on the very first pitch of the game. Looking to actually put that bat to use. A little bit of cloud cover comes over. It feels nice. We got the windows open here in Meadville, so feels like we're outside, even though we've got a roof over our heads. Throw over to first on the pickoff move. Gurley gets back safely. First pitch, runner takes off, and that one's inside, almost gets him in the head. Hit for the second time on the first pitch he sees, and now he's got to maybe think something's going on here. So angrily tosses his gear to the side. Runners on first and second with one out. After being hit by a pitch twice, Brendan Corloy comes to the plate, one away. Corloy singled his first time around, made it all the way around the third, did not score. One out, two runners on. 0-0 pitch. Runner takes off from third. The throw down. It's good. He's safe. Double steal enacted by the Bulldogs. It was a good throw, just slightly high for the third baseman. But two in scoring position, one out, and now prime position to gain this lead back. So capitalizing on that hit by pitch. Get two runners on, take away the double play. And it's a 1-0 count to Corloy. Pitch. Grounded to third base. Under the glove and past the diving glove of Lavrich. The throw in will hold the runner at third, so only one scores. It's 2-1. The Bulldogs strike back. So another single. Stolen away, 2 for 2 for Corloy, and now Jake Onowitz. Meadville back in after being pinch run for his first time around. Cunningham from the stretch, runners at the corners. He's set, comes home, called for a strike. 0-1. To the catcher. Black Victus bat. Throw over to first. Runner gets back standing. Oh, 1. Nothing in one delivery. Runner takes off for second. Foul back. So Corloy forced to head back to first. 0-2 count. To the hitter wearing number 29 in orange. Red tops, red caps with the yellow lettering for the Mustangs. Orange tops in the black sleeves. Runner takes off again, swing and a miss, and he loses it on the transition. Now the runner comes home. The play at the plate, there isn't one. Runner goes to third. The ball scoots up the first base line. Throw to third. He's safe, no tag. 3-1. They get an out on the strikeout. There's a runner on third, 2 outs. And now Chris Mullins, the extra hitter. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Goes down 0-1. Cunningham sets, delivers from the stretch outside for a ball. Breaking pitch there. Seen starters on both sides struggle with yanking that ball so far. Strike called. 1-2. Cunningham winds and delivers. Outside. He goes right back to it with that fastball. One, two. Driven out to center field. Moving under it is the center fielder, Suvik. He makes the catch, and the inning ends. Through 2.5. The score, East Butler 3, and the Mustangs 1. Bottom of the third, and it's Elias Zenuri, the left fielder, played sporadically throughout the season so far to lead it off, hitting in the 10 hole and manning left field today. First pitch to him from Folk. It's down low for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. Curveball drops in for strike. 1-1 to the right-handed hitter. Lavrich behind him, and Suvak to follow. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Bottom of the third inning, 3-1 lead early on for the East Butler Bulldogs in this 7-inning game. Pitch in there for a ball, just low. If you're just joining us, thank you so much. Meadville Mustangs Baseball Network. Mustangs trailing 3-1 in the bottom of the third. Curveball ripped over the first base dugout and foul. Hitter Elias Zinuri at the plate. It's the pitch. Outside. Full count. Draws it full. Smaller right-handed hitter. Lavrich, big shortstop on deck. Folk winds and delivers curveball. Driven to second base. Moving on to it is Gurley. He throws on to first, and 1 up, 1 down for the Mustangs. So far, there have been a combined 3 pitches to each team's respective leadoff hitter. All 3 of them have been hit by pitch. So if Lavrich gets hit by a pitch here, I think we'll know that there's some kind of trend emerging. But if not, then it ends. That one is not going to hit him. It's going to get down in the dirt. Ball 1. Bottom of the third, moving along pretty quickly here. Just about 40 minutes in to game 2. 1-0 pitch to Lavrich is grounded foul off the front of the dugout to our left, serving as the Bulldogs dugout for game 2 as well as it did for game 1. 1-1 pitch. Folk winds up, delivers. Ripped over the head off the glove of the third baseman, Kersher. So it's a base hit for Lavrich. He's on base again, and he just continues to produce. It's a single. He's 1 for 1. So now Jordan Suvik ended the last inning with a catch in center field. Folk from the stretch throws over to first. Lavrich is back standing. Noah Ross on deck. Throw over to first. Runner is safe, diving back. Ross, designated hitter for today's game. Pitch down low. Called for ball 1. 1 away, runner on first. In this bottom of the third. Throw over to first again. Back on a dive. Testing him a little bit. That one pretty close. Lavrich just sneaking his hands in there early. Ross, the slippery rock product, will hit next pending double play. The pitch fouled off. Count even at 1-1. Suvik looks down to third base to get his signs. The pitch, runner takes off. That one's going to drill him. So it's another hit by pitch. Runners on first and second. And you don't think it would probably happen in a game like this, but you definitely have to be wary of all these hit batters. Certainly start to boil some tensions. We'll see what Noah Ross does. Debuted in game 1 today for the Mustangs. First pitch to him. In there for strike. Ross gets elevated all the way to the 3-hole for game 2. Gets the start. See if he's able to make an impact. Pops that one up. High on the infield. Drifting back to it is the shortstop, Corloy. He makes the catch. And there's 2 away. So sac fly. And a pop out. No. Cole Grable with 2 away and 2 on. Grable has just been excellent at second base so far today. Been consistent all season, but made a really big difference in today's game. First pitch to him is delivered out wide for a ball. 1-0 count to the right-handed batter. Just using that one batting glove. The pitch to him is fouled off. Evens it at 1-1. 3-1 Bulldogs in the bottom of the third. Two away. Grable trying to make something happen. Pitch to him. Popped up towards center field. Moving in on it, VC. He calls everyone. It's the second baseman, rather, who calls him off. It's Gurley. He makes the catch. So 2 flyouts to the infield through 3 full innings. And the Mustangs trail by 2. It's 3-1 here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Top of the fourth, and it's the right hand or right fielder. Catch to lead it off. Left-handed batter and left-handed thrower. Marker Cunningham takes his position back on the mound. The first pitch he delivers in this inning is outside for a ball. Fastball just missed. 1-0 pitch. Down low in the dirt. Blocked by Sharp. Called for ball 2. 2-0 count to the right fielder. Popped up. Into foul territory, out of play. Brings it back to 2-1. Top of the fourth inning just underway. 7-inning game. Winds and delivers. Does Cunningham delivers outside for a ball. 3-1. 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. Driven out to right center. Moving back on it is the second baseman. It's Feldman who comes in. It's going to drop for a leadoff single. So catch reaches on the little blue pit. And Sean Dewey tries to pick him up. No outs after the leadoff batter reaches for the Bulldogs. Dewey, the speedy outfielder. Where's number 6? Flew out to right field his first time. He grounds this one over to second base. Grable makes the play, throws on to first, gets the out. And once again, just displaying that footwork does Grable. Does a really nice job to just make that play look easy. He makes difficult plays look easy. We know that, and he did it again right there. Now Evan Kersher with 1 out, runner on second. Kersher popped out to the second baseman. This one lined down the left field line hard. Just left of that third base bag. Walker gets that ball back. 0-1 with 1 out. Runner aboard in scoring position. Nothing in one pitch, down in the dirt. Runner thinks about it, but he's going to stick there at second. 1-1. Sharp does well to block it. Cunningham gets his pitch. Sharp sets up on the outside corner. Here comes. Inside. Dodging out of the way is Kersher. 2-1 count, 1 out. 3-1 lead here early in the top of the fourth for the East Butler Bulldogs. The pitch. Curveball ripped down the left field line and foul. So now the count back even at 2-2. Definitely starting to warm up as we get through the afternoon here. 77 degrees at first pitch. Wind blowing in. Pitch. Grounded to third. Scooping it up is Butler. He throws on to first. Throws high. Tags him. And he's out. Runner advances to third. 5-3 on the putout. And there's 2 away. So now A.J. Kujar. Trying to get involved. First pitch to him is grounded to Lavrich. Shortstop moves to first, throws high, and the runner's tagged out. 4 batters come to the plate. None of them score through 3.5 here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. The score, the Bulldogs 3 and the Mustangs 1. Continuing here on in the fourth inning, Brian Feldman, designated hitter, leads it off. for the Mustangs. First pitch to him comes in outside. 1-0. Mustangs trail by 2 in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch to Feldman, fouled off. One pitch. Curveball catches the outside of the zone for a strike. 1-2. Feldman flew out to left field his first time. Outside target. Popped up. Third baseman moving back. Shortstop as well. The shortstop calls him off. It's Corloy. He makes the catch. 1 away. Just continue to move through this game. So now Zach Strideff, first baseman and catcher, over at first. Saw him play a game at third as well this season. He comes up with 1 out. First pitch to him. Curveball swung on and missed. 0-1 to the right-handed hitter. Long day for these guys. 14 innings minimum. 0-1 pitch, driven into left field over the head of the shortstop. That one's going to get down. It takes a big hop, carrying towards the wall. Cutting it off is the left fielder, Dewey. It's a sliding double for Strideff. He's on second with 1 out, and Butler comes up, and great contact there from Strideff. Saw that ball all the way in. So now the third baseman, Butler, flew out his first time to the right fielder catch. He has a chance to draw the Mustangs within 1 with a hit. Folk gets his pitch. Here comes the 0-0. Curveball ripped into left field, right in the same spot. Rounding third is Strideff. He starts to come home. The throw is going to be close. No, they hesitate and don't throw. It's a 3-2 game on the single from Butler into left field. And we are back to a 1-run game. The tying run on first with just 1 out. So now John Sharp. Runner takes off on the first pitch. Grounded to shortstop. No double play in play. Shortstop throws on to first. Corloy, he gets him. Kuzier receives it at first. So another out. 2 away on the ground out to short. Now Josh Siegel, the extra hitter. In the 9 hole, trying to tie this game up with a hit. Step off from Folk. Getting back is Butler. Time called and granted by the home plate umpire. There's a balk called now, loudly. And normally you don't hear that verbalized, but it was this time from our base umpire. The runner moves up to third. The pitch will not count. So now 3 variations of a timeout called, and Siegel has still not seen a pitch. So the 0-0 count, and it's 2 outs, a runner on third. Pitch outside for a ball. One-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Siegel in game 1 was walked and then struck out for being pulled. The pitch, curveball, chopped onto third base and foul past Ben Cosby. 1-2 count to the extra hitter. It's Elias Zaniuri behind him, the left fielder, hitting 10th. Pitch up high. Count even at 2-2. 2 outs. Runner on third is the tying run. Zaniuri Siegel represents the go-ahead run at the plate. Pitch is down in the dirt. Bounces in there. Full count. Now you expect him to attack you in this type of count. See if Siegel responds. Inside, almost gets a piece of him, doesn't, and it's a walk. So the bases have men at the corners for the 10-hitter. Trying to tie this game up at minimum. First pitch to Zaniuri. Outside 4 ball. Lavrich is on deck. He's reached both times. Hit by pitch on first pitch of the bottom of the first. And another balk. I don't think that Peyton Folk is quite aware of what he's doing. It's causing the balks. So 1-0. Runner on second. And the pitch. Down in the dirt. 2-0. They will keep calling him. Here comes the pitch. Grounded up the middle, off the glove, thrown on to first, and he's out. So we are through for full. The score, the Bulldogs 3 and the Mustangs 2 here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Top of the 5th, leading it off, Nico Mellogran. Designated hitter flew out to right field his first time. 3-2 lead for the Bulldogs, and Walker Cunningham back out for his 5th inning of work. And fairly efficient, just those 3 runs allowed. First pitch from him is a fastball up high, called for a strike. It was swung on and missed, but was in the strike zone. Sharp does a good job of bringing it down as well. 0-1 from the big right-hander. Outside for a ball. All even at 1-1. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. Fastball. Hard in there. It's a 3-pitch strikeout for Cunningham. So he takes down the 9-hitter, and it's the first or second strikeout he's registered so far today. Now JT Gurley, second baseman, second time around First pitch to him. Popped up. Gets out of play on the right side. Action in the Mustangs bullpen. Oh and 1. Driven to right field. Moving on to it is the right fielder, Feldman. He gets there a little bit late. It's a single for the 10-hitter. So top of the order up with a runner on first. Marco Vesey, the center fielder, trying to extend that lead now. It's gotten a little bit tight. Vesey hit by pitch both times on just 2 pitches. So he's seen 2, and they've both hit him. First pitch to him is chopped on to second. The second baseman, Grable, shades to second to cover the runner. So it'll be first and third with nobody, or with 1 out. My apologies there. And runners at the corners. 1 out on the strikeout to Mellogran. Brendan Corloy, who has 2 singles. Now, dangerous moment, and try to keep that double play in order. You watch, Vesey can definitely steal second base. First pitch. Called for strike. 0-1. Corloy today doubled into a fielder's choice. He struck out once and grounded out once. So 3 hits today in 6 at-bats. Throw down to second on the steal. The runner's safe, and the runner from third scores on the play. So it's a 4-2 lead for the Bulldogs. A runner on second, and the count's all even on Brendan Corloy. He's hit batting .500 today. Trying to slow him down is Cunningham. Mustangs trail by 2. Runner takes off for third. He's bluffing. Ball down in the dirt. 2-1. Left-handed batter at the plate. Right on left. Looks him back. To second. Scampering back is Vesey. Vesey 1 for 1 on the day with 3 plate appearances. And just after, it happened to Lavrich as well. 3 pitches, 3 leadoff batters hit. That one fouled off. Evens the count up at 2-2. Two count. 1 away in the inning. Here's the pitch. Grounded to second. That one finds a hole. The second baseman, Grable, was shaded towards the second base bag. It's back to runners at the corners with 1 out and another hit. The hit parade just continues. (4-2), and now it's Connor Medical, catcher for today's game, sitting in that 3 hole. Now he's got runners on first and third with 1 out. Time called. Requested by number 29. Onowitz came on. Steal on the play. Throw to third, and the runner's caught in a rundown. Running away from the third baseman, Butler. He's out. So now just the runner on second, 2 away, before a pitch is even thrown. So picks off the runner at third, Vesey, and he'll head back to the dugout, registered as the second out. So runner on second, still 1 in scoring position, 2 outs, 4-2 lead for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 5th inning. Cunningham from the stretch delivers. Rips one into left field. That one through the infield and onto that grass where it doesn't take a huge hop. First and third for the third time this inning with 2 outs. So another single, 3 straight for the Bulldogs. And now maybe time to go out and calm Cunningham down, and that's exactly what Cosby does. He's going to call time and go talk to his pitcher. When he faces another batter, it'll be Chris Mullins, the extra hitter. Mullins is behind the plate as the catcher in game 1 of this doubleheader. He's grounded into a double play, flown out to center today, but in game 1, he did get on base via a walk. Apart from that, popped out to the first baseman, grounded to second. So pretty good chance that they might be able to get him here. The mound visit continuing on. Now home plate umpire heading out there to break it up. They'll break it up themselves. First and third. 2 away in the top of the 5th. 7-inning game in game 2 of a doubleheader. It is Mullins, the extra hitter. 0 for 2 so far today. Cunningham gets his pitch. Quick pitches, throws a fastball down the dirt. The throw down to second is late and into center field. The runner from third will score easily. It's a tough play there for the Mustangs. Corloy scores, makes it a 5-2 ball game. Mullins, or Medical rather, advances to second. Now 3-run deficit for the Mustangs. The pitch called for a strike. 1-1. Mullins in that cleanup hole for game 2. Was not there in game 1. Or actually he was, my mistake. Just replaced late on by JT Gurley, who is hitting in the 10 hole for today's game. Can get confusing with all the substitutions. 1 and 2. 2 outs. And the 5-2 lead for the East Butler Bulldogs. Cunningham throws one. It's chopped on to short. Throwing on to first is Lavrich. He'll get him by a mile. Through 4.5 here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. It's a 5-2 lead for the Bulldogs. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Fifth inning rolls on. Kenny Lavrich, the leadoff hitter, to lead it off in the bottom of the 5th for the Mustangs. Reached base both times today that he's been to the plate, stranded at second his second time, scored off a hit by pitch in the first inning. First pitch to him is down low in the dirt, way wide, and the count's 1-0. We mentioned in Game 1, Lavridge leads the team in on-base percentage. Pitch to him. Grounded to shortstop. Moving on to it is Coraloy. He drops it, and Lavridge will reach on the error. So on base again. That one not going to count for his average. But nevertheless, it's a leadoff hit. Jordan Suvik singled and hit by a pitch today. First pitch is not a pitch, it's a throw over. Center fielder drops down the bunt. That one goes foul. 0-1. Now a brief mound visit. Might be time for a new pitcher here, just one pitch in. Potentially if Folk is on pitch count. Suvik gonna walk down the line, talk to his manager. It looks like maybe just a pick-me-up for Folk. Got ahead in the count, 0-1. So maybe some type of strategy being shared there. Not entirely clear. Folk knows he just needs to keep throwing. 0-1 pitch. Called for a strike. Throw to first. Runner gets back safely. Oh, 2. Ball inside. Runner takes off for second. Lavridge, no throw, so he's safe. It's a 1-2 count to Suvik. And a runner on second with no outs in the bottom of the 5th. 7-inning game in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Here's the pitch. Grounded over to first, picking it up and trying to get there himself and tagging him on the dive is the first baseman. Kujar dives and tries to make the attempted tag, so it'll go as 3 unassisted. 1 away. Lavridge moves up to third on the play. Now Noah Ross. 0 for 1. Today's game. Sounds like the shortstop is maybe conversing with the base umpire about something. Not entirely sure what that is. Still Peyton Folk. First pitch from him is driven into left field. Moving back on it is Dewey. He makes the catch. The runner tags from third. Moving home, it's cut off, and the runner scores. So 5-3. Mustangs narrow it back down to a 2-run game, but no one on base. 2 outs and a second sacrifice fly to score. Lavridge from Ross. So plays working as they should. Now the cleanup hitter, Cole Grable. A great day on defense. Hasn't been able to put it together on offense so far. He grounds this one over to third base. Moving on to it is Kersher. He throws on to first. He gets the out. So 1 pitch through 5 full. 5-3 the score. The Bulldogs lead on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Top of the 6th, new pitcher on the mound for the Mustangs. It's Christian Cropper. Cropper started a few games ago, last weekend in Game 2 against the 3B Barons. He went the whole 7 innings. Now comes on in relief of Walker Cunningham. First pitch to Andrew Catch is fouled off for a strike. Cunningham today goes 5 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. So not an excellent day at the office, but serviceable. The Mustangs are in this game. Pop up on the infield. Moving on to it is Sharp. He looks up at the backstop and makes the catch. Reads it nicely. Pop out to the catcher, starts the inning, and there's one away in the top of the 6th. Sean Dewey now, left fielder. Dewey 0 for 2 so far today. Keeps that oven mitt in his back pocket. First pitch to him is yanked outside for a ball. Sharp gets over to it and keeps it from going behind him. The pitch from Cropper. Ripped over the head of Grable into right field. Knocked down by Feldman. It's a single for Dewey, his first hit of the day. Now Evan Kersher, third baseman, also 0 for 2 today. Bottom of the order hasn't done much against Cunningham, but it was that top half that was just scoring at a very good clip. Throw over to first, runners back in time. Pitch down low and outside. 1 or 2 and 0. Cropper looks in, smaller right-hander who has been one of the best pitchers so far for the Mustangs. Pop up, foul. Moving on to it is Stradiff. That one gets out of play. Two-0 count. Hitters count for the right-handed batter. 5-3 the score in the top of the 6th, 1 away, runner on first. The pitch grounded toward the second baseman, Grable. That one gets under his glove. Moving to third is the runner. So first and third, Dewey goes all the way around the base paths. It's a single for Kersher. Now it's A.J. Kuzier. Cropper trying to keep this a 2-run game. The pitch outside. Runner goes for second. No throw down. Unclear of what exactly was going to happen there. Catcher Sharp bluffed the throw to try and see if the runner from third would break and they could get him into a rundown. 1-0 to Kuzier. Ball 2 taken. 2-0. 2 straight hits. Pitch outside. Ball 3. Strike called on the 3-0 pitch. Gets it back to 3-1. Feldman would start the bottom of the 6th for the Mustangs. That one grounded over to first. Moving on to first base is Stradiff. The runner will score, so 6-3, back up to a 3-run lead. But it's a ground out in the process. And the runner scores. 9-hitter Nico Mellogran now. Mellogran struck out swinging and flied out to right field thus far. 0-0 pitch from Cropper. Outside for a ball. We're falling behind in the count. One of the things we saw Cunningham do really well today, even though he got hit hard, establishing himself early in the count. 1-0 pitch. Driven out to left field. Back toward the wall, looking up on the warning track and making the catch is the left fielder, Luco. So through 5.5 here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Bulldogs add on one more. They lead 6-3. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6th. Bottom 6, Brian Feldman to lead it off, and Connor Medical, the new pitcher, on for the East Butler Bulldogs. Pitched the last inning of Game 1, so back on now to get some work in. But this game's certainly not over, and he would be in line for the save if he stays on for the 7th inning. First pitch, sidewind and inside for a ball. Brian Feldman at the plate, switch hitter batting left. Stradiff on deck and Butler in the hole. 1-0 pitch, called for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Feldman makes a pass. Brings the count to 1-2. Feldman lifts the leg, brings it home, fouled off. Medical goes through the motions rather, and Feldman fouls it off. 1-2 pitch on the way. Right-hander gets his signal, comes home. Curveball just passed out into right field. Caught, and there's one out. So a 1-2-3 inning from the incredibly soft tossing pitcher. And now he's set down 4 straight going into Game 2. Zach Stradiff, first baseman, to the plate with 1 out. Mustangs trail by 3 in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch up the middle, off the glove of the pitcher, over to the second baseman, Gurley. He throws on to first, gets the out. Quick outs. And that's really been what we've seen all day. 2 away in the inning. Brandon Butler, the third baseman, now trying to get a rally started. Meadville trying to get on top of it here. make a comeback to sweep the doubleheader. The first pitch is soft tossed. It's hit up the middle. That one's going to go for a single to Butler. So he sees one pitch and he pounds it. John Sharp now, the catcher, does have a double in this game. He doubled in the second inning and grounded out the short on one pitch in the fourth. Served as the DH in game one, catching in game two. He's been good behind the plate. Main catcher so far for this team. The first pitch he sees, 0-0, is popped back against the netting, over the netting for a foul ball. 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch, throw over to first. Runner is safe. If you're just joining us here on the Mustangs Baseball Network, thank you so much. We're so happy to have you along. Pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-2 count. Sharp looking to extend the inning. The tying run is on deck. That's Josh Siegel. High 70s. Ball outside. That throw is way wide. The runner's going to get in safely. So a stolen base for Butler. 1-2 count. Runner in scoring position. A hit scores him, makes it a 2-run game again, but you got to rely on that bullpen pitching, which has been the downfall of this Mustangs team so far. The pitch, way up high and loopy in there. Looking probably around 40 miles an hour on that pitch home. Shakes off his catcher twice. Now he gets the signal. Comes home. Ripped right to the shortstop. A little pop out to Corloy, and it's the end of the inning. We're through 6 full. The Mustangs down 3. Losing this one 6-3 on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Final inning pending a comeback, top of the 7th inning here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. First pitch. New pitcher in for the Mustangs. Swung on and missed. So it's 0-1, and it's Garrett Knapp on to replace Christian Cropper, who gets in 1 inning of work. Pitch. Chopped foul. 0-2. Noah Gabriel, the new pinch hitter, on. Ball's fouled off. Count stays at 0-2 to the infielder. Serving as the pinch hitter in the 10 roll. Top of the order on deck. Nothing in 2 pitch from Knapp. Sidewinds. Outside for a ball. 1-2. 3-run lead for the Bulldogs. Knapp gets his pitch. Here it comes. Chopped foul again. Stays 0-2. Picked up by the on-deck hitter, VZ. 0-2 count, 0-2 pitch. Driven over to shortstop. Lavrich picks it on a hop. Throws on to first. Got him. 1 batter, 1 out. And it's the top of the order. But not really a concern for the Bulldogs right now. Really, the Mustangs concerned about trying to tie this game up in their last chance, which will come in the bottom of this inning. VC so far hit by a pitch twice, singled. He was tagged out in a rundown between third and home. First pitch to him, delivered for a ball. One and 0 pitch. Down low, ball 2. Knapp looks like he went to the changeup there. 390 out to center here at Allegheny. 320 down the lines. 365 to the gaps. Strike called on the outside corner. Fastball there. Gets a call from the home plate umpire. 2-1. Right back to work. Outside for ball 3. Be Josh Siegel to lead it off for the Mustangs in the 7th inning. Ball 4 called, walk issued, and a runner on first with 1 away. Brendan Corloy now the shortstop. Corloy been hitting the cover off the ball today. He's got 3 singles, scored twice. He's 3 for 3. So he's reached base every single time. Pitch to him, called for a strike. Laid down the bunt there. The 0-1 throw over to the first base bag. Runner's back safely on the dive. Kind of a half-hearted dive. Probably could have made it back on his feet. Pitch outside. Throw down to second is wide, and the runner's safe. So now runner on second. The pitch. Popped up. Moving over to it is the catcher, Sharp. He gets under it. That one's out of play. One-two count. The pitch. Popped up to left field. Underneath it, Luco, he makes the catch. Runner goes back to second. And there's 2 away. now it's the catcher, Connor Medical. 0-0 pitch from Knapp. Grounded on towards the shortstop, Lavrich. He throws on to first, gets him. 6.5 complete in Meadville. The Mustangs looking for a comeback in the final half inning. If they're not able to get 3 runs, we'll head to the bottom of the 7th here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. The Mustangs trailing 6-3 here in Meadville. Bottom of the 7th inning, Mustangs trying to make a comeback here. They trail 6-3. And it's Josh Siegel to lead it off, Elias Zenuri and Kenny Lavrich to hit in this inning. First pitch called for a strike. So Connor Medical back out there trying to close this one out and earn the save. First pitch, or second pitch, grounded onto second. Picked up by Gurley. He throws on to first, gets the out, and 1 away. Now it's the 10 hitter, Elias Zenuri. Zenuri has not been able to get on board with a hit today. First pitch to him is up high for a ball. 6-3, the score, 1 away. Ball down low, to window, to the left fielder. The pitch, called for a strike. 3-0 pitch taken. It's 3-1. Outside. Now 3-1 count. On the outfielder, batting in the 10 hole. Lavrich on deck. Pitch taken up high, and he walks him. Zenuri aboard again on a walk, and now the leadoff hitter, Lavrich, who's reached every single time, has a chance to keep the game going. Big hit. Now will be the time. First pitch. Popped up. Out to right field. Catch. Racing towards it. That one falls in. It's a single. Runner moves up to second on the play. Lavrich. 2 for 2 on the day, or 2 for 3 on the day. Now it's Jordan Suvik. 2 runners on. Suvik's the tying run. Chops one toward the pitcher's mound. It's foul. Oh, 1 count. Meadville comes set, delivers. Outside, 1-1. 2 runners on. Bottom of the 7th. Suvik checks something with the umpire quickly. The pitch to the center fielder. Called for strike. 1-2. Mustangs trying to come back late. Meadville trying to complete a 6-out save. First save we've seen all year if he does complete it. Ball outside, 2-2. Count even to the center fielder. So far today, he's grounded out, been hit, and singled. Rips this one to right field. Drifting foul. Count stays 2-2. The pitch. Called strike 3. Tags the outside corner with the fastball. And a disappointing at bat for the 2-hitter. And now the 3-hitter, Noah Ross. 2 sac flies and a pop out to shortstop so far today, but the last chance for the Mustangs. Home run would tie it. The pitch. Runner takes off. Up high. Throw down to third. It's in to left field. And holding is Zenuri. Ball on the play. Runners on second and third. The tying run at the plate, the only one that matters. Meadville gets his pitch, delivers. Down low for ball 2. 2-0 count, and now a strong chance to at least get this game to within 1. The hitter, Ross, in the driver's seat. The pitch. Just called for a strike. Just got to piece that outside corner. 2-1. Not Ross's pitch. Here comes the 2-1. Popped up. Out towards the right fielder. The second baseman converging. He makes the catch. That's game. So the Mustangs fall in game 2. Cannot complete the sweep, but they pick up their first win on the day. And they are 1-5. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on this doubleheader day. It's a great day full of baseball. And as I said, so happy that you joined us throughout the afternoon. Mustangs are back next weekend. They would be playing 2 tomorrow, but those games have been postponed to a later date. So we will get to you when the next game is. But for now, the final 6-3, the Bulldogs and the Mustangs split a weekend series doubleheader. Luke Burgess, so happy you were with us all afternoon. Signing off from Garby Yard at Allegheny College. Thank you so much for joining us.